Alright, I'm done here. Hello, I'm Mike Gordon, and welcome back to my perfect play of Yu-Gi-Oh! Early Days Collection. This is day 6 of the Groundhog Grind, and day 2 of me covering Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Monsters 2. And after having 100% Ishizu Ishtar last time, beating her 30 times and gone all over, what are they called? Victory bonus cards. All 3 of them. We're now ready to change the Dark Stage character select from Ishizu Ishtar to Shadi. Furthermore, I am going to try to complete every single duelist in Tier 2 and get all of their victory bonuses as well. So, let's get started. Even without an ocean... Yeah, I already read all this. Heads up. Today is Super Bowl weekend, so I will be out. So I will be signing out today at 3:30 p.m. which is an hour before the Super Bowl properly starts. So anything that I'm doing up until that point, I gotta wrap it up by then. So zombie, no. Jeez, I'm hitting the A button and it's not registering for whatever reason. Side note, I did beat every duelist at least 5 times already, so really it's only the 25 duelists in each of the in the first 4 tiers, and then 30 times whoever I've got lined up. Again, I should do Wide Sword Ruin so I could destroy the monster and just attack once. Since it's a little faster to do it that way. By the way, the reason why I don't Mega Morph straight away when I summon turn 1 is because there's always a shot that the opponent will just randomly pop. Will just randomly pop whatever monster I happen to summon. By the way, the whole Super Bowl deadline I have set up is consider this a taste of what is to come next week, when I unveil Perfect Playthrough number 135, as well as the 5th game of Christmas overall. Because while working on the Groundhog Grind, I'm going to leave space open at around 4 p.m. for at around 4 p.m. for my newest perfect playthroughs. Being Kraken. So that's 10 duels we beat in Mako Tsunami in. Oh wait, because we dueled everybody 5 times as well as cleared out tier 1 and Ishizu Ishtar. Might as well. It's kind of weird that none of the duelists play cards that they actually own to start. They don't play any monsters that they happen to be specializing in. They just play a bunch of random shit. And I do think that is legit criticism of this game because, like, you get the cards associated with these duelists, but not necessarily but they don't actually play with said but they don't use any of the cards that they're associated with. Was over my used to per. So that is basic. Alright, so that looks to be it. Duel everybody 30 times. Duel tier 2 30 times, then defeat Shadi 30 times. And try to get all that done by 3:30. Super Bowl is 4:30. Just make them more. Oh, give me something with 32,000. Alright. Ooh. Could this be it? Yes! Thank you! Alright, yeah, everything we need. We're a Geki off of him. Next prize card to win off of Mako Tsunami is... oh shit. Is a jellyfish, followed up... followed by Kairyu-shin. $2K. Technically, it's a two-turn kill. If I don't have widespread runes, but I have Mega Morph in something with 3,200 or points or more, I would just summon one of my monsters attack mode. If I have my life points and just attack twice the next turn. Between Black Skull Dragon and Perfectly Ultimate Great Moth, it doesn't really matter. So long as the one I'm attacking for the one-turn kill isn't Blue Eyes. So that's 20 duels. I have a Mega Morph and a Perfectly Ultimate Great Moth in my hand. Seems I can go for the OTK. No, it's called an OTK, not an FTK. FTK means you win on the first turn, which is not possible in this game. An OTK is you basically win the duel in a single turn. You get your win condition out in a single turn. Alright, we already have everything we need. Alright, this is what I would do. I need to clear out as much space in my inventory as possible. And my fields as possible so I could take out the opponent as quickly as possible. I don't have the best odds at getting the OTK when you don't have Mega Morph or a 30 or something with 3,200. Oh! Oh, he must have had a monster that was strong against one of mine and it got widespread. The game was being quite the troll there. I don't get Megamorph. So I'm getting some pretty bad RNG now. It sort of balances out. I had so much good RNG up to now, and now it's all catching up to me. Dragon Fairy. You can get some especially great shit off of these early opponents. It's just going to be extremely rare. Alright, I'm just gonna... Yeah, I might as well just attack with everything. Alright, so I'm just gonna end my turn here. Oh, thank you! Thanks for the sub and up my channel. So, there you go. So, what I'm doing today, I got till 3:30 around 3:30 to do this. I need to defeat every tier 2 duelist 30 times. Oops. I don't need to fortify my defenses anymore. And I also have to defeat Shadi 30 times. This is the version I prefer. Yu-Gi-Oh! Early Days Collection the only way as far as I know, the only way you can get a physical copy of this game is for the Nintendo Switch. Maybe Switch 2 as well, but maybe they're maybe the backwards compatibility, maybe, I don't know. Otherwise, you also have Steam. You can play. Defeating each duelist 5 times unlocks the next tier, which I've done already. Alright. Switch version. You can get this on Steam, but if you want a physical copy, you gotta get it on Switch. The benefit of getting the physical copy is that it's a portable device, so you can take it anywhere you want. Yeah, there's Steam Deck. But you also get... It's a physical copy, so it's actually your game physically. And if you get a physical copy, they come with cards, with promo cards. Alright, we defeat Mako Tsunami 30 times. This is what happens. Every time you defeat a duelist 10 times, you get like a bonus card. Called a victory bonus in Duel Monsters 2. So, kind of shows the reward for beating Mako Tsunami 30 times. This is the last victory bonus that you can get off of him. And because I already employed, it depends! I mean, honestly, digital... Sometimes as the game on sale, I have the game digital. I got the game digitally because I don't really have the need for the cards anymore. Like, there are no local Yugioh tournaments anymore, and I'm so far out of the loop as far as the Yugioh metagame that I only really play digitally. So I'm guessing my next opponent's gonna be Mokuba. I'm using enhancements allowing me to essentially cheese the game. I guess we every card in the game straight up, and I have up to 9 copies so I can blitz through this as quickly as possible. Well, if you're going digital, then I don't think the version that you go for matters much. I will say that if you do get the Steam version of this game, there is achievements to be chasing. It's not crashed for me. Switch version has never crashed on me. The only digital Switch game I've played so far that's actually where I've experienced crashes was Final Fantasy VII. Final Fantasy VIII never crashed. But 7 does so periodically. Yeah, I played this game for 6 hours straight, and I never had a crash. 6-7 hours straight the past week or so, and I never had a crash. So I already dueled every duelist in the game at least 5 times. So I'm going to end up getting the first victory bonus rather quickly for most of these. The only exceptions are the tier 5 duels, since I have to exile the game and swap them out. I probably should have made yesterday's tasks just beat everybody 5 times, but I didn't really know what the conditions were. Alright, so next one, first community card is going to be Manning Plant, which is a direct reference to his duel with Yugi in the anime and manga. It's interesting that it runs Queen of Autumn Leaves, which is a card that we never saw play in the Yugioh anime or manga. Or at least not in the Yu-Gi-Oh anime, I would say. It is possible. A lot of these, I do know that the monster card Wolf, which eventually became retooled as Silver Fang, was used in the Season 0 anime and manga. Forgot who used it originally. But Mokuba's specialty in the manga was capsule monsters, which is part of this collection. Mokuba never used it, but because Mokuba is not an actual duelist and actually stole his cards from another duelist, yeah. Though what is actually kind of interesting is, in the anime, the Starship theft victim, as he is credited as being, seems to specialize on a swamp-themed deck. So likely a mix of plants and reptile monsters. We never really figure out, I don't believe we ever got confirmation of the duel arena that Yugi and Mokuba were playing on when they dueled each other, or subsequently against the Ventriloquist, but what is interesting is that neither duels ever got a field power bonus in their respective duels. I think the only duel in Duel's Kingdom, at least the only preliminary duels that we got in Duel's Kingdom where we never got field power bonus, were Taya versus Mai. Taya versus Mai never got. So I do believe the Starship theft victim never got was a swamp-themed duelist initially, which could explain the lack of field power bonuses for either duelist. Especially if the cards Mokuba was using were constantly rejecting it, meaning they weren't getting the field power bonus. This could also carry over into the Ventriloquist slash Ghost Kaiba. After Kaiba broke free from the Ventriloquist from his mind crush, and thus broke free from the Ventriloquist's control, or after Ghost Kaiba got exposed as a fraud. So the next community card is Crocodilus. I know I haven't gotten it yet. I got Crocodilus as a drop though, but not as a victory bonus for beating him 20 times. Alright. No widespread ruins, so I'm gonna do. So this is gonna take a little longer as a result. At least we can start with a fire monster. So Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Monsters 2 kind of has a rock, paper, scissors mechanic with types. It's similar to Capsule Monsters Coliseum for the PlayStation 2. But really the main difference though is that this weakness, this rock, paper, scissors system is based on attribute. It's based on attribute. And regardless of attack and defense points, the higher the monster with the stronger type affinity, or attribute affinity, I should say, wins immediately. I do think widespread ruin is more reliable for a turn 1 because of this type of affinity, which could easily pop any one of my super powerful monsters right away. Might as well just use up a Megamorph because you can only equip one Megamorph at a time, or at least only one Megamorph goes into effect at a time. I do that to at least better the odds of me drawing into top decking a strong monster, so I can complete the one shot. Crocodile. So we beat Mokuba 20 times. The fact that you set a monster defense mode means it cannot destroy Black Skull Dragon. AI is kind of brain dead in these games. And in these early Yu-Gi-Oh! Games too, there is no card limit at all. Like, not even the 3 card limit that is universal in modern Yu-Gi-Oh! That has been a part of the Yu-Gi-Oh! TCG since the beginning is in place in these games. Sure, makes sense because these are technically RPGs. All you really need is a monster at 3,200 attack points or more, then Megamorph, and to be able to clear out the opponent's field. Tremendous Fire in Duel Monsters 1 for the original Game Boy was ridiculously overpowered. Once I'm done with Mokuba, I'm probably gonna move on. Will I move on to Rex Raptor once I'm done with Mokuba? Or will I go Para and Dox afterwards? Summon Blue Eyes White Dragon just to clear up more space on my side. I feel like because I did not know if I would draw into a strong monster. Personally, if I had my way, I would have been donning 9 copies of Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragons, 9 copies of Gate Guardian. Problem is, these are banned cards. It would not make a lick of difference if I equip Megamorph now. So I'm just... Now I have nothing but Megamorph, so now it matters. Because we can complete the 3-turn kill. Because we don't get the 2-turn kill, but we get the 3-turn kill. There we go. Alright, I didn't get anything, so this is going to be another 3-turn kill. Unfortunately, I can't just throw out all the cards in my hand at the same time. This ain't Forbidden Memories. Okay. Even with the time loss, I think we're making pretty good time. Alright, we're back in business. Just waiting to see Queen of Autumn Leaves pop up. So this is technically the second fastest duel you can get. Alright, we are now done with Mokuba because that's Queen of Autumn Leaves. I'm gonna do Parrot next. Oh shit. Oh shit. I got. That's it? Yeah, this is it. So these are they technically build their decks with based on random percentages. As far as I know, nobody in this game uses any trap spell or trap cards, which is kind of interesting. I'm just gonna power up both blue eyes now, because I'm just trying to clear out my space. So this is in case he manages to pop one of my monsters. Not that matters because Wise for Ruin came to the rescue. So Paris' 3 cards are Magical Labyrinth, Shadow Ghoul, and Monster Tamer. Oops. 3-hour. We got Magical Labyrinth for beating Para 10 times. Stiff controls. I will say that is a problem with Duel Monsters 2 compared to Duel Monsters 1, is the stiff controls in the delayed inputs. Bad reaction to Samuchi, which is kind of useless because nobody uses life recovery in this game. Our trap. Oh, we have everything we need to one-shot. I'm making pretty good time, all things considered. I think I can definitely meet my deadline, and then some. So I'm making really good time. 1 hour and not even an hour there, and we are probably heading to 20 duels against Para already. Spy heat. Use up all my white spray ribbons. You gotta be kidding me. Very. Stupid. I got 5 Megamorphs in turn 2. After drawing 4 widespread ruins. What are the odds of that? No, it's not increasing Blue Eyes White Dragon's attack points past 7680. Morphine Jar, which has no effect in this game. Alright, Shadow for defeating Para 20 times. I did it in an hour and 2 minutes, which, considering that the first 7 or so minutes of my live stream consisted of dead time while I was busy setting everything up. So, 10 more duels to go, because we need to win Monster Tamer off of him next. As a victory, as a victory bonus. We already have everything. Excellent. Be able to clear out tier 2 by the 2.5 hour mark. Which means I will be able to easily get to... Well, at least we got a Black Skull Dragon out of this. I gotta be getting close to 30 kills against Para. Millennium Golem, that's actually a pretty good card to win off of Para. This is gonna be a 3-turn kill because we don't have any equip cards. Tier 2 duels are take place at Kaiba land, aka the setting of Death T. Oh yeah, thing. Oh, he did. We have everything. Summon something because I have. The reason why I had to summon something is because I don't have Megamorph. So that was the right move. So I can just wipe them out with my two perfectly ultimate great moths now. Alright, here it is. Monster Tamer is our last prize card we need to win off of Para. So now we're done with Para. Wait, was I supposed to duel? Did I lose? Did I just duel Docs? Yes, I did. I dueled Docs. Interestingly enough, you don't win any of the Gate Guardian pieces or the Gate Guardian ritual card from him at any point. Maybe they're extremely rare drops, but they're not. But none of them are necessarily. They might actually be rare drops. Because neither of one of the Paradox brothers will ever drop any of the Gate Guardian pieces, or Gate Guardian Ritual as a prize card, which is kind of interesting. Actually, all of Dox's prize cards are spells and No, wait, that's not true. You get Rad Reaction Samuchi after 10 wins, Curse Breaker, aka Dispel, after 20 wins, and then 30 wins gets the Labyrinth Wall. So we should probably gain battery access. Yep, here it is. Battery access to Mochi. Right. Orphan Perfect Ultimate Great Moss, so I don't have to worry about anything. Gold fine already? Wow. Oh yeah, I have everything and then some. I need to clear out my hand because these cards suck. Stone Dragon? Not bad. Labyrinth Wall, even though it's technically are meant to be our final victory acquisition. This is the third. I'm surprised I haven't won Curse Breaker yet. Yes, Curse Breaker. That's 10 more duels. So it's duel number 21 now. Alright. I think this is now duel number 23. Come on, game, give me a strong monster already. Thank you. Took you long enough. That's duel number 24? I won. I forgot. Another Shadow Ghoul. Millennium Golem again. I have a Black Skull Dragon! I think that I'm at 27, Duel's now 28. I'm around 27. Let's go power up my second Blue Eyes and then wipe them out here in 3 turns. You're just about there at 30 duels, I think. Well, maybe it's the next duel. I'm gonna just go widespread. I attack with both my Great Moths because if he attacks, doesn't matter if he attacks, so if he does attack me, it means I can eventually knock him out and beat him even faster. Oh, but it doesn't matter. It's already checkmate. Alright, here we are. 30 duels, Labyrinth Wall. In under an hour and a half. doesn't have anything to deal with Black Skull Dragon. Contract a mask. Anyways, this channel, Puppeteer of Doom is basically Ghost Kaiba from the anime. The manga and anime differed in that the Puppeteer of Doom was simply siphoning off of Seto Kaiba's life energy through his puppet medium in order to properly harness the power of Kaiba's deck. However, once Kaiba broke free, his cards were no longer obedient to the puppeteer's will. And the second Blue Eyes wound up destroying itself. Once Kaiba woke up from from the effects of Yami Yugi's Mind Crush. The anime, because they completely left out Death Tea and everything else leading up to it, basically truncated to a broken spirit, a broken competitive spirit. They, through all intents and purposes, were aiming to kill Kaiba, only for Kaiba to supposedly suicide instead. So they just stole his deck and gave it to Ghost Kaiba, who is basically just a shape-shifting master of disguise. Also known as the Mimicker of Doom in the anime. Whereas he is the Puppeteer of Doom here. I boost my chance of landing a Megamorph. Good. Now, to my knowledge, the Puppeteer Doom doesn't actually have Blue Eyes White Dragon since he is a tier 1 opponent, and that would be pretty... Yes, he does. He only has a 0.05% chance of summoning it, though. But we won our first of our prize cards from him, which is Battle Ox. We're beating him 10 times. His next two cards are Mystic Horseman, which is a fusion material with Battle Ox to form Rapid Horseman, aka Seto Kaiba's original ace monster. And for beating him 30 times as Lodgin, Mystical G of the Lamp. These are all Kaiba's cards. Minus the Blue Eyes, since they don't want to give you Blue Eyes this early on in the game. Alright, have everything. Alright, have everything we need. So 20 times you beat him 20 times and you get Rapid Horseman, you get Mystic Horseman. 30 times you get lodged in the Mystical Genie of the Lamp. Everything I need, so... Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and summon you now. Dragon Zombie. It's kind of interesting that Bones isn't an opponent in any of these games, even though he's the one that's dueled. Bandit Keith is in both games, even though I'm pretty sure this was before Joey dueled Bandit Keith. Oh, yeah, we are Megamorph. Contract with Mask again. Alright! I'm surprised I haven't gotten Mystic Horseman yet. I got some blue eyes so I can get a stronger monster out. Thing in. Why am I not? We have everything we need. Alright, here it is. Mystic Horseman. 10 more duels to go, and this is duel number 1 out of these 10. Just want to get rid of my excess amounts of waste. And that's why I did it, so I could try to maximize my odds of drawing into something with 3,200 attack points or more, even if it's just barely. Really stiff controls there. Anyways, this is duel number 22, just 8 more to go now. I have everything I need here, so... Seven more to go. This is duel number 24. I'm just gonna summon a monster. I don't have widespread range, so I might as well just draw. Megamorph, and this is a pretty slow 2-turn kill, admittedly, but it's the best I can do. If I don't summon something turn 1 with no widespread ruins, he can attack into me, but if I don't have more than... But if he summons anything with more than 900 attack points, I basically am relegated to the 3-turn kill. So, this is duel 25. Ritual? Ooh, another different... Notice that none of these ritual cards seem to have deck costs. Basically, the deck cost relative to your level determines how many cards you can run in your deck. How strong your deck can be. Basically, it's a way of gimping you so you don't come away from this game ridiculously overpowered. Apparently, it was pretty easy to cheese Duel Monster 1 for the Game Boy, provided you had 2 copies of the game. 2 Game Boys and a link cable. I have everything I need. Almost wasted a Megamorph. I think I'm on 27 or 28 around that time, so... Probably not this duel, but maybe the duel after. Alright, Megamorph in a monster with more than 3,200 attack points. Cards I would rather be running right now would be Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon, Gate Guardian, and Meteor Black Dragon, but these are banned cards. Hey look, Baby Dragon! So I think this is the last duel against Puppeteer Doom right here. Terrible. Oh! So is this the last duel against him then? Alright, I think I already have everything I need. I think that was a Black Skull Dragon in my hand. No. Oh, thank God I didn't screw myself out of a 2-turn kill. Approach Night, maybe this is it. Yes, it is. Lodge in the Mystical Gene of the Lamp, pretty good card for this stage. Ballox and Lodgin are definitely worth pursuing. Alright, so next up is Rex Raptor. Oh. I get it this turn, but I will be getting it sooner rather than later. Because this is technically duel number 6. It is duel number 6. It's not technically anything. It's definite. It's a definite fact. Here, Crawling Dragon number 2, Sword Armor Dragon, and Mega Zalor. Pretty good stuff there. You can get a 2 King Rex at around the 3%. Around a 3% rate. Honestly, trading these cards down to Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Monsters 1 is probably the best way to go. If you had multiple copies of these games. I don't want to get Megamorph quite yet, because I don't know if... No, you won't. Amatano. D. Got everything I need, so I'm not worried. I gotta summon something because I don't have Megamorph. There we are. Alright. Crawling Dragon number 2. Done. I have everything I need. So I think this is duel number 12. Right here. Next prize card is Sword Armor Dragon. It's kind of interesting that Rex Raptor uses one of his prize cards is Crawling Dragon number 2, which, even though it's a monster that, to my knowledge, he never summoned in the Duel Monsters anime. It might be in the manga. Who knows? This is a 3-turn kill, so... Might be a little faster just to pass up on the direct attack until I'm ready for the kill. I'm gonna make more from my hand. I'm good. Or Megamorphs. At least I still had a Black Skull Dragon. Miami. And I already knew I had everything I needed to go for the OTK. Something I just noticed too is that if you do get the game on Steam, as opposed to the Nintendo Switch or Switch 2 versions, the Steam version can be modded. So that's one benefit to playing the Steam version. Oops, that was up. I should have summoned something last turn. Now this is gonna be a 4-turn. Where? Ah. I gotta do that to make a 3-turn kill. Also, I think if I were to arrange the opponents in a specific order, I probably would have put My Valentine, Weevil Underwood. So I don't need to do that. See, Yugioh Tsunami, Mokuba Kaiba, Rex Raptor. I would replace the 3 Eliminators, Paradox, and the Ventriloquist with Weevil Underwood. I see. Oh, I can't see. Weevil Underwood, My Valentine, and maybe Bandit Keith. Actually, I would keep Ventriloquist of Doom there because he does seem like the weakest of the Eliminators. I think the idea is that you're dueling Parrot and Dox separately, whereas as a tag team, they are a formidable force to be reckoned with. And I made yet another mistake. I forgot to... Come on, concentrate. Now it's going to take you 4 turns instead of 3 to beat him. Atria is a concurrent viewer for some reason. The reason why I'm watching my own live... Oh, shit. He can just pop my Black Skull Dragons with this. Come on, Perfectly Ultimate Great Moth, please! Thank you. That was stupid. At least it's still enough points of damage to one-shot for X Raptor. Alright, I can't swear a dragon yet. Oh, no. Oh, I gotta be there. I'll at least be pretty close to it by now. Still haven't gotten... So I don't have White Forever inside to summon another perfectly ultimate great moth alongside it. And if he's at a top deck the monster, I could have stopped it, and I would have just played Blue Eyes White Dragon, take care of it. Alright, here it is. Sword Dragon. Our final prize card for tier 2 is Mega Zaller. So this is Duel 1. I mean, he spell traps. Alright, this is a 3-turn kill. This is the reason why I attack on turn 2, even if I don't have the OTK already lined up. It's so I could beat them all quicker. I think this is duel number 2. So I'm taking extra precautions in case he top decks the Fuku. So this is duel number 3. Everything that I need right here. That's not the Mega Zaller that I needed to win. Yeah, it is technically, but it's not a victory. But it's not a victory bonus. It is the RNG basically determined I would win that card by the end of that duel. That's all. Oh shit. In your hand, you should always summon a monster turn 1, stupid. If you don't, this could take 4 turns to win. You don't want these duels to last longer than they need to. I think this is duel number 24 right here. Oops. I gotta clear out my hand because I need to maximize my chances of getting exactly what I need. Stiff controls, man. Stiff controls and delayed inputs. This is duel number 25, I think. Just 5 more to go after this. Alright, I'm gonna summon Blue Eyes here. It's gonna be a 3-turn kill. I need to call Blue Eyes with a man. What the heck? Man-eating plant. Okay. Alright. That's what we need. I think this is duel number 27. I might have skipped one. It's 26, 27. I'm gonna lean towards 27 though. Alright. Fun trivia, Weevil Underwood never actually gets out perfectly alternate Great Moth in Yu-Gi-Oh! In the Yu-Gi-Oh! Manga. That was the big threat that Yugi had to stop Weevil from summoning, and he succeeded, but Weevil was more than willing to sell for just the normal Great Moth, which has 2600 attack points. Kind of made it sound like that was just another one of Weevil's cheats, not playing by the rule. But no, Weevil was still able to get something out of it because the Kakuna evolution would remain on the field long enough for it to become the Great Moth. But Yugi was able to stop it from reaching 3500 because I don't think Yugi would have had the resources to take something like that down. That was that. All I had to see was, oh, he has a Black Skull Dragon and 2 Megamorphs, that's it. I think there's 2 more duels after this. Oh, I'm done. Oh, stupid me, I was... Alright, we are done with Rex Raptor, and with that, we are also done with Tier 2. So I want to see what Shadi has in store for us. I'm Shadi. I am a descendant of Anubis' disciple. Nice. It's alright. I'm trying... Yu-Gi-Oh! Bridge basically gives him the voice of Borat. Makes Shadi sound like Borat. So we did not, unlike the other guys, we haven't dueled Shadi a single time. I've completely lost My bloodline has been searching a long time for someone like you. So you go in Shadow Sector. This means we have to duel him a full 30 times today, as opposed to just 25. You who defile the home of the divine, leave this place. No, we have everything we need. So, this Millennium Golem, after beating up 10 times, which we just won here, but that's not the victory bonus. That's just a random drop. After 20 times, you win Stone D. And 30 times is Great Man with the Gold Find. It sort of implies that had Shadi gotten a chance to duel in the anime and manga, that his would have been an Egyptian-themed deck focusing on rock monsters and the undead. Just kind of interesting, because the only duelist that comes close to resembling that way is Mask the Rock, aka Yugi's grandfather, and I just have to use... I just had a hunch that I would be able to Zombie Warrior. I think this is duel number 5. You gotta be kidding me. I'm being punked. I don't have any monsters. Alright, now we do. Oh yeah, he doesn't comment when you beat him 5 times because oh yeah, nobody in tier 5 comments when you beat him 5 times because you don't unlock anything else. So Blue Eyes will attack Carpilate's sisters right there. Star Diller. And Shadi, your cards really suck. Soul Hunter. Alright, gotta assign you. Now I am fully equipped for this guy, roaring ocean snake. That's great man with the gold, fine. Oh, we have everything we need. Shinking. Alright, we have Malayan Golem for beating him 10 times. I don't have any Megamorphs. Wow. But at least we have quite a few monsters. Alright, I'll give this one to Great Moth number 2 because he'll make things go by a little faster. So I think this is duel number 11. Ooh, another white. Ooh, another copy of whites for Ruin. Double Megamorphs in case he popped one of my monsters off, but she didn't. Brachiosaurus. So this is duel number 12. And I'm keeping track out loud because it helps mitigate the boredom a little if I count the number of duels that I've had against Shadi. So this is duel number 13. Now, that was my objective, to try to far for something a little stronger than Blue Eyes so I could get something with attack points exceeding 8,192. Yugioh. I don't have another Omega Morph in my hand, so I had to summon. Alright, he has nothing to protect him with, so I can just finish him off with Perfectly Ultimate Great Moth. Oh yeah, this would have been duel number 14, I think. Oh, this is duel number 15. We're halfway done with Shadi. Alright, we are good. We have everything we need. Stone Dragon? So this is yet another one-shot. That was all but assured, so long as he didn't pop my Perfectly Ultimate Great Moth turn 1. Which I don't think he can. I don't think he has any fire monsters. Okay, we have everything we need. I think this is duel number 16. Or 17 Megas Eller. We already have quite a few of those. I need to summon another monster in case I don't have. I always have to be sure to summon a monster in case I don't have the necessary resources. To go for the OTK. I think this is 17 or 18. Oh, really good card to have. we have everything. And we're getting really close to 20 duels right now, which would give us Stone D. Rock Dragon Jungle King. This might be duel number 20, actually. It's either 19 or 20. There's some goo. 20. Stone Dragon? Good. So now we against duel number 21. Oh, there. We have everything we need. Okay. Soldier of Stone. We are kind of... This was a bit of a breaky hand because if we run into a Pyro Monster, we're kind of screwed. Right, we could just proceed to attack now. So that was duel number 22 that we just won. So it's duel number 23. And our final prize card is going to be Great Mammoth the Gold Fine. So, 24 here. We have everything we need. Found zombies, so I think we are like 4 or 5 more away from being done with Shadi. He wants stiff controls, man. I think they're at 27, 26, 20. I think we're at 27 now. Oh, Keens? Oh yeah, we're at 28. Right now, I think this is duel number 29. So I'm pretty sure this is now the last duel that we need against Shadi. Or so either that, or it's the penultimate duel against Shadi. Man, I sound a bit almost like TGS anime. Wow, it's not 30. So I'm just miscounting. So this is gonna be a 3-turn kill. Well, it's not gonna be a sub 2.5 hour, but it's definitely gonna be sub 3 hours. So a 3-turn kill. Sheen King. Since you've got me here, you can have this. Great Mythical Find. That is every single card. Every single prize card we can win off of it. Now, I might as well just do something. I'll force you out of this and duel Pegasus once. On turn kill is perfectly alternate Great Moth. This is actually duel number 6 against Pegasus, by the way. Just like Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Monsters, the credits... Those credits are flying through the screen, and I'm not pressing anything. But you have to power off you'll have to power off yourself once you get to the credits screen, because the game doesn't allow you to exit out of them and return you to the title screen or anything like that. You actually have to power off the system and then turn it back on, or if you're playing on actual hardware, you just hit the reset button on your Game Boy Color. Wait, did Game Boy Color have a reset button? I don't think they did. Also, I think it's such a relief that we don't have to duel these people 100 times anymore. Just 30 will suffice. The only reason why you would duel in excess of 100 times is if you are grinding for every single possible drop that you can get between all these duelists. That's it! Masa, Yoshihara, Monster Notes. So yeah, I wound up exiting out of this Dueling Pegasus as an excuse to just exit out of the game, because see me pressing everything? Nothing works. And there's no soft reset either, so we have to power off. But that's the whole point. Which is also why I'm going to save Pegasus for last. So we defeated Shizune Star 30 times. We defeated Shadi 30 times. So now we just have Yami Yugi and Yami Bakura. Merrick has yet to be introduced into the story. So next opponent I'm going to face is probably Yami Bakura, actually. So in addition to Yami Bakura, we're also going to try to defeat all the Tier 3 opponents 30 times each. Meaning I am saving Yami Yugi and Pegasus for for day 8 of my Groundhog grind. So we're about 3 hours away. We're about 3 hours away from the Super Bowl. Who wins? Huh. So I wonder. So who I think's gonna win? I think the Seahawks have the upside a huge upside in terms of talent over the New England Patriots. New England Patriots just had a cupcake schedule. Seahawks had a pretty tough schedule. They got to play they were kings of a division that saw 2 other playoff teams in the same division that won at least one playoff game, and each of them lost in the divisional and NFC title game to the Seahawks. But the question mark is, would Sam Darnold at QB be enough to Could the Patriots have a game plan that will essentially force Sam Darnold to be the hero? And would that gameplay work? Would Sam Darnold let his team down? That is a tough question. I would not be surprised if the NFL shows some partiality towards the Patriots because they consider Drake May to be a star QB that they would really love to push into the forefront. I do think, by all intents and through all intents and purposes, the Seahawks should be able to beat the New England Patriots. But don't underestimate coaching or quarterback mismatches. Especially since Sam Darnold was considered a bust heading into the season, and now he is quarterbacking the Seahawks to the Super Bowl, his very first year with the team, and well ahead of the rest of his draft class. You thought that Sam Darnold would be the first quarterback from his draft class to reach the Super Bowl. Oh yeah, one final announcement I would like to reiterate. I would say going forward, I would definitely expect mostly shorter streaming sessions through these Yu-Gi-Oh games going forward, especially as we start to see more and more, how should I say, especially when we start introducing new perfect playthroughs to go alongside them. None of my perfect, I have 3 side projects going on at the same time right now. 2 of them are done, and one of those, I've completed 2 of those games already. I've already beaten 2 of these games, and the third one I'm working on in terms of gameplay. Out of the 2 games I've beaten, one of them I am very close to finishing up for the perfect playthrough. That should be done by Valentine's Day weekend. Every single episode of that perfect playthrough should be done by then. I don't know what the guidelines will be for when the second game will be up yet. Hopefully, perfect playthrough number 135 should be up by Valentine's Day. The intro video for that one should be by Valentine's Day. These will not be live streamed perfect playthroughs. These are all pre-recorded. Perfect playthrough number 136. Perfect playthrough number 136, I'm hoping I will begin filming it with a push for a March 1st premiere. And 137, I don't know yet because I'm only a couple episodes into that. Because I only have completed a couple episodes now. You know what? I might actually work on the 3rd episode once I'm done with the live stream. So, I don't know. I think if any concurrent viewers who are still watching, you want to comment, go ahead and comment straight away because I'm about to wrap up the live stream. And in addition to commenting, don't forget to like, and comment, and share, and spread the word about my channel, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. I'd greatly, greatly appreciate it. With that out of the way, this is Mike Gordon, sign out.